Nanded is a fast-growing city in the southeastern part of Maharashtra. It is home to more than 500,000 people, with an additional floating population of around 100,000 during the day. It has been conferred the status of Holy City by the government of Maharashtra because of the Sachkhand Gurdwara, one of the 5 takhats of Sikh religion. This is a site that houses the Guru Granth Sahib and was the last resting place of Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. But heaps of untreated garbage on street corners and vacant plots are a common sight in all parts of the holy city. People have been living in the city with this for long. Nanded has a high concentration of urban poor, with 41% of the total population living in slums. More than 100,000 people defecate in the open. Children defecate on the edge of city drains and on roadsides. Open defecation across different localities in the city ranges from 10% to 100%. Drains are clogged and overflowing onto the streets. And the water supplied to the people often carries bacteriological contamination. High incidents of diarrhea, typhoid and jaundice have been reported in the city, more so during and soon after rains. Sanitation services in the city have traditionally been the responsibility of Nanded Municipal Corporation. And as a result, they also have to face most of the blame for the poor sanitation in the city. People in general held the corporation responsible for most of their sanitation problems. This was the context in which Citizen-Led Total Sanitation, or CLTS, was introduced in Nanded in February 2011. CLTS was first used to engage citizens in the preparation of City Sanitation Plan, or CSP. This was done through zone-level participatory workshops, where a cross-section of people, including both women and men, took part in analyzing the sanitation situation in their respective areas. Hands-on CLTS triggering activities were organized in localities to ensure critical reflection at the community level and field data validation and correction by them on the spot. This was achieved in just 2 months during February-March 2011. Soon after, in April 2011, the implementation of the City Sanitation Plan began, with CLTS as the approach to mobilize communities around sanitation and trigger people's assessment and action to make the city clean and free from garbage and open defecation. Open defecation, solid waste management, drainage and its upkeep, and quality of drinking water supplied to people have been the most glaring sanitation challenges in the city. Triggering activities by the CLTS facilitators from Knowledge Links and Feedback Foundation included mapping of defecation areas by women and men, demonstration of shit, food and flies, transect walk to defecation and garbage dumping sites, and hand-washing demonstrations by children. Women were involved in a participatory assessment of their sanitation situation. Triggering across schools and colleges was organized. Children took an oath to keep their school premises clean. Women and children have emerged as the lead sanitation champions. And women in communities decided to end open defecation. People in many localities have started tracking the daily visit of Ghanta Gadis, that is, garbage collection vehicles. Beggars decided to clean up their locality and stop defecation in the open. More than 100 localities are reported to have become open defecation free during the period April 2011 to January 2012. But this has not been as simple as it sounds. Men in general have been watching the process from a distance, and at times interpersonal conflicts have disrupted the collective effort at the locality or street level. But the role of women and children has been remarkable in the CLTS process in most of the places. Women have organized themselves and taken to almost instant action in many places by taking out brooms from their houses to start cleaning up their neighborhood soon after triggering. Women's groups have been engaged in convincing others in their localities not to allow their children to defecate in the open and to keep their streets and houses clean. Triggered school children have taken out rallies and walked into markets to talk to shopkeepers. This has made a visible impact in terms of shopkeepers deciding to keep dustbins in their shops and not litter the streets with waste. The process is still on, with more and more people joining the city sanitation campaign every day. Women and children have emerged as the lead sanitation champions. CLTS triggering and follow-up activities have been organized in more than 400 of 600 localities so far, spread across 79 wards in 6 zones of the city between April 2011 and January 2012. Nagar Sevaks, that is, elected representatives of people, have come to see the potential of civic action on sanitation and are coming forward to support the people's movement for a clean city. CLTS has been successful in making sanitation a public agenda. It has helped trigger collective local action. People in many triggered localities have resolved to stop open defecation and undertake safe disposal of solid and liquid waste. Dry and wet waste is being segregated at the household level, mainly by women. Many of them have dug pits to use wet and organic waste for composting. Vermicomposting is one of the methods being used. But the issue of open defecation in the city is complex. It is not only about men, women and children from slums, as well as non-slum localities defecating in the open. It is also about untreated fecal matter from the city sewerage going into the mega-city drains that flow into the river Godavari that cuts through the city. This makes the city practically a 100% open defecation city. CLTS has helped improve the situation substantially and has contributed to raising critical awareness and action for stopping open defecation. But a lot yet remains to be done. It requires massive hardware support from the Nanded Municipal Corporation for improving the sewerage system. The work is already on under Government of India's Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission, or JNNURM, and is expected to be completed soon. The Nanded-Waghala City Municipal Corporation, or NCWC-MC, is responding to the increasing citizen ownership and leadership of the sanitation agenda in the city by diverting more resources to localities where citizen groups are proactive and contributing to city sanitation on their own. This is being done under the leadership of Municipal Commissioner of Nanded, Dr. Nipun Vinayak, who himself is a CLTS champion and believes in the community's critical role in making sanitation happen on the ground.
आप लोग भी लेकिन कभी भी हम पे पूरा डिपेंडेंट नहीं हो जाइए। आप भी अगर कर भी रहे हैं अपने हाथ से कुछ अपने एरिया के लिए अच्छा हो रहा है तो अच्छी बात ही है। उस बात का तो क्योंकि खुशी आपको ही है। ऐसे उन्होंने बोला ठीक है हम तो
Efforts are on to garner larger stakeholder participation in promoting citizen-led total sanitation in the city. An e-group called Nanded I Care with around 200 citizens has come up. Members of this group have weekly face-to-face meetings. City sanitation is an important agenda of the group. Many CLTS facilitators are a part of this group. CLTS in Nanded has made sanitation a people's agenda in the city. It is a story of the people and the urban local body working as partners to achieve total sanitation in Nanded. And it is a story which is still unfolding.